We have a special guest in the studio and we'll be talking about his latest film. The film's called Loon and the guest is Fabrizio Federico, its director. Welcome to the studio.
Good to be alive.
Yeah, that's how we start. Okay, so we'll start off talking a bit about your background and your past films.
Sure.
So how did you get into filmmaking?
Complete accident really. I just always fancied it. I'd watched a couple of DVD commentaries and it seemed easy enough, so I'd rather just delved into it, made a feature film. Then even made a short film before I decided to make a feature film right off the bat.
Right.
And instead of going to like university and getting into debt over it and stuff like that, I sod it, it can't be that hard, right? So I just,
dive in,
yeah, and I just made my first film on a mobile phone. And I used like toy cameras and all the worst possible equipment you could use for a first film, and it came out, it's got its own style really. Used non-actors, no script, nothing like that, and just see what happened, that's the best thing about making a film. You get into all these different crazy adventures. I even got a stalker on my first film, which was an experience.
So I guess it's interesting growing up in these times. I guess in the past it's possible you might have done the traditional thing, went to film school, that sort of.
Yeah, I mean I probably wouldn't have been able to make films there, it's the amount of money back in the day that it would have took to make a feature film, and just getting the footage. But these days, it's so easy. That's what I kind of like to do, is encourage the new filmmakers. If you don't have any experience, so what? Just get together with a couple of your friends and make a film. It can be about any subject as well, make it about your family, which is what Loon's about. I just found this really crazy family who were like cool to hang out with, and we just started making the film, and without a script, without anything, and their personalities kind of just started to shine through, and their family problems started to kind of make their way into the film, because they had this really weird dynamic. Two of the cousins, they had a folie-à-deux relationship, which is quite common. You get a lot of people like Ian Brady and Myra Hindley, Bonnie and Clyde, Sid Vicious and Nancy, Kurt and Courtney, all these really relationships where they shouldn't have never met, because it's going to create fireworks and something bad's going to come out of it, because it's two people that are pushing each other to see how far the other will go.
Sure.
Whether it's violence or drugs or whatever, I mean. And in the relationship in this film, it was Georgia, the cousin, who was a bit older than Charlie, but Charlie fancied his cousin, and she could see this, and she was quite a sexy, she was a sexy girl, and because he fancied her, he was trying to impress her, so first he was stealing for her, and then she was like, well, how about you kill your mother for me? Will you do that for me? And he was like, yes, of course I will, but
that's not a massive spoiler, is it?
No, there's quite a big twist at the end. Yeah, but everything that you're watching is real. It's their real family dynamics that you're watching, and it was quite interesting to make. You never knew what you were going to get from day to day.
So does that typify your style, and you don't really have any set plan going in? Do you have any idea about the topic, or? Yeah,
that's the only thing I really know is the topic. The topic that I want to cover. I mean, this film is like a grenade. It's got so many different topics running through it. I mean, you've got suicide, murder, prescription drugs, because Charlie was on prescription drugs the whole time. I never did find out what his main problem was, and I like to leave it kind of blank so everybody can make up their own mind what he's going through. Obsession, I mean, he's obsessed with his cousin. He was obsessed with becoming a Keith Moon style drummer. He wanted to be Keith Moon. So it was quite wild, and he had that whole reputation thing going on like Keith had. Moon the Loon, which is kind of where the film title comes from, Loon. Everything all together, I mean, Brexit was happening while we were making the film as well, which was an interesting backdrop. I mean, it was quite scary, the little news bulletins that were going on, and the whole Donald Trump election was happening. So it's quite a good backdrop to the whole story,
Yeah, I always find it interesting how these things come in floods. You always, like, these films pop up all the time that suddenly have this political significance, and you just wonder, do they happen in a vacuum or not really? I mean, it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the reason Brexit kind of, you know, what happened in the end, the result was because a lot of the young people weren't paying attention to the politics. I know for a fact, I know for a fact 60% of the country didn't even know what the hell they were voting for.
Okay.
And I don't think a lot of the social parasites should have really had a...
Okay.
I don't think they should have voted, to tell you the truth. Cause
Do you mind if we just stick on the film, just because we're not particularly allowed to get political?
Yeah, if you want. I mean, it kind of goes through the film, you know. It's there, you know. It's in the background of the movie, which is... And yeah, I feel like I've been let down by a lot of the young people because of the Brexit. Yeah, but yeah, check the film out if you want to say. Oh God, I mean, that's what's so great about film. I think that's the only way people are going to be able to time travel is through cinema, because I mean we've all seen Back to the Future, and it's where's the time travel machine? I don't think it's going to happen. But movies are a perfect way to time travel. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean I'm a time traveller. That's what most film directors are. They're able to time travel. They get in sync with certain years that they want to cover, and they just they just eat all this information from certain years. You know?
Social parasites? What the fuck are you on about?
What?
Social parasites? Who are you talking about?
Are you a social parasite?
Yeah, I'm a social parasite.
In what way? Social parasites are people that have got nothing wrong with them and they're pretending that they're blind or pretending that they've got a walking stick when they don't need. Those are social parasites. Obviously, if you've got a medical condition, you're not a social parasite, are you?
Well, you know, fascists like you, yeah. We are social parasites.
Why?
Because, I don't call myself a social parasite. I'm using your words because you spoke them.
Yeah, but I never said you were a social parasite.
I don't give a shit what you said about me, mate. I know who you're talking about. I don't know what's inside your head.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Actually, I do. I know that you're a fascist, and I think you think these people are scum.
I'm not a fascist. What are you on about?
I think you're a fascist, and I think that you think these people are scum.
In what way?
Because you just said that they are.
Oh God, yeah. If they're racist and they're against, freedom of movement, then yeah.
Is freedom of movement not just the plan of the neoliberals, where your capitalism loves?
God no.
Yes,
freedom of movement belongs to all of us, and that's what we've lost through Brexit.
Oh, you fuck.
Yeah, we have. Freedom of movement. If we want to travel throughout Europe now, we've got to get a frigging visa. If I wanted to work in somewhere in Europe now, I've got to go through a visa. Well, before that, I could have just gone anywhere throughout Europe and worked anywhere.
You've always had one, mate. It's called a passport. You can buy them. You can apply for one and get a passport.
A passport? But now that we're not part of the EU anymore, what we're going to do?
You've been told lies, mate.
You've been told lies and you believe it.
I
didn't say you were a social parasite.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You just don't.
I said your name.
You said to me, do I consider myself a social parasite? You are talking about me as a social parasite.
No, you putting yourself in that category.
Right, we're back on in a minute. I'll just go to this because this is getting...
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, mate, we'll talk about it later.
I'm up for a debate.
Should we do it? You put your camera back on, we'll have a debate.
Yeah, we'll debate.
No, we can't do it because we'll get kicked off air.
Why? It's just a debate, mate.
It's not my fault, it's the rules, but we'll... where was I? Like Me Up the Kids from 1992 was deemed a step too far. Some of the early adventure movies were modelled on the old Saturday morning B movies or cartoons.
You know, I asked him to leave. I obviously don't want to get violent because I'm not a violent person.
No.
But I did notice...
Well, you're the one who came over to me putting your hands on me, so if you want to get violent, so don't give me that bullshit, you're not violent.
I was just trying to get you to leave.
You don't fucking even touch me, mate.
Yeah, okay, I won't touch you.
See the fucking bullshit I gotta listen to?
No.
So we're not allowed to have a different opinion now either?
No, it's the use of social parasites, and you're describing normal working class people as evil.
No, normal working class people have got jobs. Social parasites are the ones who don't have jobs, mate. There's a big goddamn difference. Yeah. Now, if you've got a medical condition, fair enough, that's alright. If you don't have a medical condition and you're sponging off the goddamn government, then you're a social parasite.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so what do you mean fair enough? You called me a fascist earlier.
That's the opinion of a fascist, mate.
No, it's not an opinion of a fascist, it's a fucking opinion of a working class person.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I sign on as well, and that's through no choice of my own.
What do you mean?
Well, I do my best to get a job, but it's just a bad market. It's not really... You know, I've been educated and what have you, and I'm trying to better myself, you know.
Right.
You know,
how did you vote?
I voted to leave, but...
Why did you vote to leave?
Because I just think it's an outdated system, the EU.
The EU is an outdated system?
I think so.
In what way, though?
Well, no, honourable reasons. I'm not doing it because I'm obviously, racist or anything.
Uh-huh. What's the honourable reason there?
Well, I said because I think it's an outdated system, and I think it's...
Yeah, but we've made ourselves weaker by leaving the EU.
Well, it's the way they're handling it, though. Obviously, it can work if they handled it.
I mean, how much is it costing us to leave? 5 billion to leave the EU. That's not making us stronger. It's making us weaker still. You know.
Well, they're just narrow-minded in their negotiations,
Well, it's not going very well, is it?
No, I agree with that. Terrible. Mess.
Yeah.
Can you set up track 5 on that?
Film shows over, mate.
Is he a producer?
What are you playing now?
I've just been told if things come on that are uncomfortable, I should exit the show. That's what I've been told, mate.
Who's told you? This is his show.
Yeah, of course, it's his show. Whatever you say.
Well, no,
Is he the producer?
Well, sort of, but I realise I'm not management, but it is my show.
Yeah, exactly. It's his show, mate. Let him do what he wants.
I mean, all I was going to do is review films anyway, so that's not this, is it? So have you actually got an email?
No, I've just made a decision.
No, he's made his own choice. Oh, who's the fascist? Who's the fascist?
Me, I'm asking you to leave.
You're the fascist, mate.
Why are you ruining it? Why are you?
I haven't ruined it, you're ruining it.
No, I want you to leave, and as soon as you go, we'll get back to the show. Simple as that, mate. Not a problem.
Fascist.
Okay, whatever you want.
You are. You're a hypocrite, mate.
Total hypocrite.
I know you are.
Obviously.
We were talking about the film, we weren't talking about you, were we?
Why are you twisting the arguments?
I'm not twisting what arm? You're the one who's screwing his show up.
Twisting what arguments? No one's having an argument, mate. Everything's skill. We're just waiting for you to
No, you're holding him hostage over his show.
Whatever words you want to use, it's not a problem, mate.
It's the truth.
Okay, whatever. Now, who's holding who hostage over the show?
Not me.
Well,
I'm a guest.
All you have to do is leave, because you're a vile fascist twat.
No, you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't agree with each other, we don't like each other.
Hey, you started this shit.
No. You made a film and called people social parasites.
That's not the name of the film.
Well, perhaps we disagree about who are social
Is that what you think? The name of the film is Social Parasite?
No one talks about the name of your film. I couldn't give a fuck.
You just fucking said it.
What wanky film someone like you would make? God almighty.
Yeah, what wanky films do you watch?
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
Pornhub.com. What are you going to win by ruining Keith's show? What we're doing...
Well, you are. You're ruining the show. You're not, even playing his music.
I was told if anyone says anything that's a bit socially unpopular for a community radio station, there's no watershed for community. You have to be nice and pretend to play the game all the time.
What? Yeah. What do you want about?
Well, you don't know.
No, you don't know. I've worked in radio. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Not a problem, mate.
Yeah.
I did send you a message, didn't I, to be fair?
Oh, yeah.
And I did step in earlier, so I mean, really, we're not really going over any lines.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't swear or anything like that. I mean, fucking hell.
I mean, I think it's ridiculous, but it's just because, for example, they have a political show, and basically the rules are you have to talk for each party for the same amount of time, or each view, if you
Right.
But that's just the way they are, unfortunately.
What a mess. What a mess. You really fucked this up.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get the blame for this because I...
What blame? I don't know what he's saying. He's the one who's making a big deal out of it.
Why don't you leave?
Why don't you leave?
Because I'm not allowed to.
Why? I'm sure Keith can do what you're doing.
Do you want to do what I'm doing?
I'm sure he could do
I'm
it.
clueless,
Yeah, he's quite an abusive little Keith, isn't he? What a Keith. Poor Keith. I mean, how did you get to know this guy?
What? He just called you a git?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think?
I think he's been jokey, to be fair.
I don't think so.
He's a little git.
You're a massive fascist git, you know that.
Whatever you say, mate. I've been told if there's any...
No one told you nothing.
You know that we did. And you
No, you just said you didn't get an email.
No.
What a fucking liar. In a little bit. I'll fuck off in a bit. I'm going to spend all night here with you, trust me.
It's alright, it's alright.
Shame, you really fucked up a good show, you know that?
Yeah, it's great.
No, it's not great, it's pathetic.
It's pathetic.
It's pathetic. Yeah. Fucking Beyond Radio. You got a name like Beyond Radio and you can't even mention little things like that?
Little things like that?
Yeah, little things like that.
Exactly. It's not my problem or your
No,
problem.
it's your problem.
I can't do it, mate. I'm sorry. I'm
Why?
just asking
You
to
just
leave.
feel guilty.
Okay,
What do you
yeah,
feel guilty
I
about?
feel guilty. It's terrible. I'm sorry.
I know. Fucking hell. Yeah, you should learn how to do this yourself, Keith. There's nothing to it. You just set up song after song. And you don't have someone sabotaging your radio show.
So can I review a film in a minute?
Not for this guy, Lewis. I mean,
He's not reviewing it to me, he's reviewing another film if you've listened to him.
Well, what if you start speaking and stuff, right?
No.
It's Keith's show.
Just
You
calm
can
down.
cut off his mic anyway.
Well, why don't you just calm down?
Why don't you calm down? I can't believe how you're ruining someone's show.
No,
You're jealous of him or something.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I think it is. Give him a bit of power.
Shall we vote in the room about whether it's actually good or not?
Go for it. Your vote don't count though, does it? Because you're a social parasite, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not for all. For all.
Excuse me?
That's for all, yeah.
No, I'm not a social parasite.
You're
I
not.
work for a living.
Good man.
Yeah, good man.
Cheers,
But you
mate.
should try it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should try and get the job. Proper job, work for
Well,
it.
it's not hard, is it? Now that you've kicked all the immigrants out, right? You've got no more excuse.
You seem very angry.
Yeah, I'm pissed off that you guys have fucked up this whole thing. God, this type of
Is that all it
mentality.
is, you're angry about?
Of course it is. That's what we're talking about, right?
Oh, we're not talking about your film, are we? Sorry, that's what we're talking about. Your political views.
Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter anymore.
So we're going to spend a few more minutes with our special guest this week, Fabrizio Federico. And you're involved in a short film festival, isn't
Nah, it's not short at all.
Just
Feature films,
feature-length,
feature
okay.
films and music videos.
Okay.
And it's not happening until August, but it's called Straight Jacket Guerrilla Film Festival.
Cool.
And yeah, we get people from all over the world sending in their films. It's
Okay.
free to enter, and then we just show them all across the world, basically just from YouTube and Vimeo. So you can't get any easier than that, really. And
Cool.
it's how the film festivals of the future are going to be, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
And what month was that, sorry?
It's not till August.
August.
Yeah, but we start early just so we can get loads of cinema.
Yeah, the word
bits
out
coming in.
there.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly right.
Cool, cool. Okay, I'll put up a link to that on my Facebook
Oh,
page
nice one.
as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, thank you. We'll talk a bit later as well.